Hi Christmas crew, I am giving you permission to live vicariously through me because today we are decorating for Christmas. Now it may be too early for most of you to be decorating for Christmas. It is the end of September, but here at the Cozy Christmas Cottage, it is time. Now let's reverse in time and go back to yesterday. So here is an exclusive look at the Cozy Christmas Cottage behind the scenes when it is not Christmas season. Remember, we start this the end of July. And it's just a little bit too early to really put all the Christmas up. So instead, I put up a little mini Christmas tree. I have several fun backdrops that get changed out. And now it's finally time to completely deck the halls for Christmas here at the Cozy Christmas Cottage. So first things first, it is time to de-Christmasify so we can re-Christmasify. So the little Christmas tree comes down and the backdrop gets put away. And yes, I definitely always have my little helper Honey at my side. She is sometimes helpful, sometimes not, but she found a pretty good comfy spot as I was putting this Christmas tree away. So if you could take a second, hit that thumbs up button for Honey because helpful or not, she is definitely super duper cute. So here's my first piece of advice for this video. The day before you plan on decorating for Christmas, do a good deep clean. So I'm gonna grab out a box. I'm gonna put all of the things I don't want to keep out into the box. That way after Christmas season, I pull one box out and I can return everything back to where it came from. But as I'm doing this, I'm not just cleaning, I'm also setting aside things I do wanna keep out and use with my Christmas decor. And I think you'd be surprised once you step back and take a look, you probably have a lot of everyday items that are also going to double as Christmas items that you can use again. So candles, picture frames, lanterns, those kinds of things are perfect to keep out and reuse during the Christmas season too. And now here we are today. It is finally time to get decorating. I have lit a Christmas candle. I am gonna throw the Christmas music back on and we are gonna get to work. Now earlier in this video, I did share some tips and tricks with you, but I'm gonna continue doing that throughout this whole Christmas decorating process. I am doing a total no spend update. I'm gonna show you some ways that you can revamp the look of your Christmas decor without spending a dime. And the first thing we're gonna tackle in this big Cozy Christmas transformation are these shelves. So let's go. So we are going to tackle those shelves, but I want to bring this up because I think this is super helpful. If you head to YouTube, you can find tons of free playlists and free screensavers that are going to set the ambiance for your entire room if your TV kind of is the center of it all, like it is in this space for me. So you can just kind of type in Christmas music screensaver and you'll see tons of different options. Pick one that matches your Christmas aesthetic or even some fun ones. They have some framed ones. They have the Yule log, and just have fun with it. Find something that sets the mood and you can easily change out. So as I said, lots of freebies we are going to talk about today. And we, of course, are going to start by just removing everything from our Christmas bins, kind of taking account for what we have, what we want to use, what we don't want to use. And we're also going to take the time to clean it, fluff it, make it look new again. I think sometimes when we pack things away, we kind of set them off to the side, like, oh, we don't want to use them again this year, when really we should be investing in great Christmas products that we want to use year after year, that we love, like this little Santa Claus that I have, and not just discard it. That is going to ensure that year after year, you're going to be able to reuse your items and not have to buy new. So another tip is, because I have these two big shelves, I had a lot of decor and I didn't quite know what to do with it. So honestly, what I did is I kind of set it up like I did last year and then started moving things around from there. That way I still had that balanced look. But what I ended up doing is actually taking things from one side and moving it to the other. And when you do that, you are creating a whole different look just by using the same items. And you can see a good example of this here where I move things from the left shelf to the right shelf. Still looks great, but now this is more on the forefront of being able to see, whereas last year it was kind of behind the Christmas tree, so you missed some of that. So this year you're actually gonna see it a little bit more, but it's the same exact items. Another tip is to take things from different rooms in your home and rearrange them. So this bin is actually from our bedroom, and we had a whole Santa and Mrs. Claus thing last year, which works perfect with the she shed decor. So I'm actually going to use this in the she shed this year instead of in the bedroom. So essentially, I am shopping my home. Another idea is, like I said, use things that you already have that are everyday that you can use for Christmas time. So this is a thrifted frame, really, really old. It was damaged. I took some time to fix it up a couple years ago. As you can see, the art in it is obviously not Christmas, but that's an easy fix. And I want to tell you a couple different ways you can do that for free. One thing you can do is head over to Pinterest, type in the size of your picture frame, and then type in Christmas art printable. Now you're gonna get some options that are not free that will take you over to Etsy or different places where you can buy prints, but are still super affordable, and that is a great option. But there's also gonna be lots of free printables to choose from there too. Now keep in mind you need either a portrait or horizontal size, so keep that in mind whenever you are looking at these prints. I didn't quite find one that I liked, so here's another option for you. You can actually go into your photo editing software or into Canva and create your own. So I found sort of one that I liked, and I used that as inspiration to make this one. Obviously some beautiful Christmas lyrics, and I used my photo editing software and then decided I wanted to add a red bow. So I used photo editing software and Canva in conjunction with each other to make this custom print, which I actually have created and made available for you as well. So here's a freebie from me to you. You can find that link down in the description box below. You'll click the link, download it, and then you can print it off on some white cardstock and then just add it to your picture frame. So I kind of had this big hole up here on this top shelf, and this was a free way to fill it up without going to the store and buying something new. You can also dress up your everyday items to make them more Christmassy. So I had these kind of half circle shaped decorative wood pieces at the tops of my shelves. So I just added some Christmas wreaths that I already had onto the front of them and went from everyday to Christmassy in an instant. Now let's talk about the mantle. So the last several years I've actually taken this exact garland and just laid it on top, which was beautiful. But if you want a totally different look, just hang it differently, position it differently. And in this case, I'm just using some regular string. I have some permanent nails that I have put on each end and in the middle of my wood mantle that I keep there because I put a lot of different banners on this mantle throughout the year. So I was able to just use some string and tie the garland onto the front of the mantle. Easy peasy. It is the same exact garland I have used for at least 5 years, but it just now has a new look. I know each year we kind of like to splurge on something new for our Christmas decor, and if you have the budget to do it, I would highly recommend these beautiful twinkle lights. I saw them in a Christmas store a couple years ago and I had to have them. So this is the third Christmas I'm going to be using them. But they are so pretty. They have a little box. You can change the mode of the lights, but I love this kind of glistening look. It just looks magical. It tucks into greenery really beautifully. So I will link this down below for you. Not necessary. You can use regular twinkle lights or lights that you already have, but I do love to light up any kind of greenery, garlands, wreaths, of course the Christmas tree. So the more lights for me, the better. Now you probably saw these candlesticks at the beginning of this video. Yes, I use these year round too, and instead of getting totally different decor for up here, I'm gonna reuse these and actually put some different candles on them than I have in the past. So these candles are from Amazon, but I ordered them last year for our bedroom. So again, I am shopping my home, bringing them from one room into a different room to get a new look in here. Along the same lines of just changing things up are these stockings. So every year I've always put them on the left side, and this year I thought, you know what, I'm gonna put them on the right side. Just change it up, give it a different look. It is the exact same stockings that I've used for several years now, but just a new refresh. All right, so I am loving this. This has me so excited. The best part, it was everything I already had, so didn't have to spend a dime on it, just do a little bit of changing, move some stuff around. I'm so glad that I changed the garland on the fireplace. That made such a big difference. Just moving things from one side to the other, switching it up with things I already had, and of course, throwing up some different free YouTube art on the TV. Will change things up for you too. And now for the big moment, it is finally time to put up the Christmas tree. It happens to be September 24th, and yeah, I know it's super early to be putting up a Christmas tree, but for the Cozy Christmas Cottage, it is the absolute perfect time. But you let me know down in the comments below, when do you put up your Christmas tree? This one is going up right now. All right, so I was totally afraid. This Christmas tree has been around a long time, and I'm thinking this might be the 7th or 8th Christmas I've used this exact Christmas tree, if not out here in the she shed in the house in some way. And I was just scared because, you know, year after year, you never know if those Christmas lights are going to turn on. But I will say, if you're going to splurge on anything, your Christmas tree should be one of those splurges. That way, year after year, you don't have to buy a new one, you don't have to buy new lights for it, and I got absolutely so lucky that this tree went together and the lights came on again this year, looking beautiful. I also love this tree. It's from Hobby Lobby. I'm sure they still have it, but literally there's no plugs you have to plug in from one section to the other. It just auto clamps together. And whenever you put it all together, it literally takes 5 minutes and it fluffs out beautifully. There's not a lot of time spent setting up this Christmas tree, and I feel like time is of the essence. You want to get to the decorating part. So invest in a good tree. It is worthwhile. It'll save you money in the long run. Now let's get into the tips and tricks that I have for decorating your Christmas tree. For me, and this is a personal thing, I am more of a florals and picks and ribbon kind of girl, not necessarily ornaments. So I have a lot of picks, and I also suggest at least one item that's a little oversized, like these bells. I have actually grouped 2 of these together with some pipe cleaners, and those are going to fill in some of those bigger holes that are going to happen in your Christmas tree. This is something else I'm going to suggest investing in, is high quality decor for your Christmas tree. Yes, initially it is a high cost, but whenever you have high quality items to decorate your tree with, you can use them year after year, and you're proud of it, so you want to reuse it year after year, right? And so this is the 3rd Christmas season that I'm using the exact same Christmas decor. So initially a couple of years ago, yes, it was an investment, but this year I still love it. And obviously it's nothing out of my pocket this year. And I just thought I would give you some tips and tricks of how I decorate my Christmas tree to help you also achieve that high-end designer look. And so like I said, I like to use a lot of stems and florals for my Christmas tree decor because it's going to really fill in a lot of the gaps a lot better than just small little ornaments are. So I had some of the kind of red and white ones that I stuck in first, and then I have some of these smaller ones that I like to group together. Those are going to fill in the bigger holes when you double them up like this and kind of space them out. Now I do also put some of these in there just one at a time too, which you want to space it out a little bit farther apart when you get to the top. The bottom obviously is going to need a little bit more, so keep in mind the balance of your tree. Kind of put the weight towards the bottom, not quite so much at the top. So those were my florals that I put in here, and now I'm going to add in my more stems and greenery. So these are kind of like greenery, but they look a lot like the flowers. But what you want to do is kind of angle them up into the tree and then let them cascade down to the outside of the tree. That is going to really give this more shape, balance it out, and we're also going to add some berries in here. These are gorgeous. I love these. These add a lot of color, a lot of texture in there. I even cut some apart and I'll put some smaller ones at the top, the bigger ones towards the bottom. More greenery here. These have some glitter on them, so I love the touch of little glisteningness in my Christmas tree. And then I have a candy cane red and white theme, so of course, why not add a few fun stems of candy canes in there too, just kind of randomly sticking out, makes it a little bit more fun and whimsical. The next layer are going to be all of the ribbons. This is a little tip and trick for you. If you don't like to make bows, just make one loop and a long tail. Use a pipe cleaner to keep that loop in place. Leave the tails long on the pipe cleaner so you can use those to insert them into your tree. I like to tuck them back into the tree a little bit before I twist the pipe cleaner around the branch, and then arrange the ribbon so it looks like it's tucked in and kind of cascading out. I do have two different kinds of ribbon for this tree. These are higher end ribbons too, not just see-through ones that you're not really gonna see. These are really textured ones that are quality, that are gonna last and last, and they have, like I said, this is the third year I am adding all of this to the tree. And then here are the just few ornaments that I have. This bag holds 8 ornaments. That's it. I only have 8 ornaments on this whole tree. And another tip is I use some floral wire to attach these to the branches. Throw out those dinky little ornament hooks that you get from the store. Grab out your floral wire. It's gonna hold those ornaments in so much nicer for you. And these are just filling in some of the smaller, tiny little holes that are left in the tree. Now we can't forget about the tree topper. I have another hack for you. If, again, you're not great at making bows, do this instead. Just make a double loop bow. Very easy. You just meet them in the middle, tie a pipe cleaner around so you have 2 loops, one on each side, and then tie that pipe cleaner onto the top of your tree. We're gonna do that 2 more times. So I've made 3 of these loopy bows. We're just gonna layer them in the center of each other to stack it up. I told you this couldn't be easier. We're gonna come in, add the tail of this bow in separately, just cinch the center, and then tuck it up in there. We don't have to get super fancy with this. It just needs to look good. Nobody's gonna touch it. Nobody's going up there. As long as it is, you know, in place, it should stay fine. Now, one thing I do suggest at the top of your trees, find some fun picks that are kind of oversized. Obviously, we have a lot of balance issues going on with trees because they're bigger at the bottom, smaller at the top. If you add some picks to the top, it's going to help balance out the look. All right, our beautiful tree has come together. Now it's time to address a couple other things. This wreath right here, I've left it like this. It came with this black velvet bow, which is really pretty. It may match your aesthetic, but obviously the candy cane theme, it's not really working for it. So an easy fix is just to replace the bow. So I had some ribbon. We're gonna use what I have, twist up a new bow, use some floral wire, attach it onto the wreath, and it just turned into a brand new wreath without any added expense. I have to thank my friend Courtney over at Creative on the Cheap. She made me this cute Cozy Christmas Cottage door last year. I absolutely love it. It means a lot to me, so I wanted it to have a nice prominent spot in the Cozy Christmas Cottage, so it's going right on the hearth. We're gonna add a couple more things over here. That lantern, I actually have 2 of those, and I put them on top of the fireplace last year. So we're gonna put one down here, and I'm gonna put the other one in the bedroom this year, kind of swap things out. And then this lantern, everyday lantern, I just added some greenery to it and a red bow, and it just went from everyday to Christmas. And here's the best part of all, the before and after. Went from everyday to North Pole, candy cane, Santa Claus, Cozy Christmas Cottage, perfect. It is pretty amazing how you can take things that you already have or revamp things, shop your house, change things around, and really get a new feel for your Christmas decor without spending a dime. I may be permanently covered in flocking from the Christmas tree, but the Cozy Christmas Cottage is officially decked out for the 2025 Christmas season. If you made it to the end of this video, leave me a Christmas tree emoji down in the comments below. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you are new so you can come back every week through Christmas as I post brand new budget-friendly DIYs here every single week. Thanks for coming along with me today as I decorated the Cozy Christmas Cottage. It was super fun, and I will see you back here next week for more Christmas DIYs. Thanks so much for joining again, and I will see you in the next one. Have a very happy holiday season.